Finally, after a long day of work, I can relax and get some gaming in. Man, I've been waiting for this all day. Oh, what? No. I'm a gamer. I like to partake in the video games, but what I also am is someone with ADHD, which makes playing video games a little difficult. The best way I can explain what living with ADHD is like playing life with a controller that has stick drift. You know where you want to go, but it requires a lot of effort to stay on track and not sway left. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 21 with the combined ADHD. I guess I should explain what combined ADHD is and different types of ADHD. There are 3 types of ADHD. The first one is hyperactive, where you're always fidgeting, you're feeling restless, you're always on the go, and you're difficult to keep up with. And then in conversations, you're always jumping from one thing to another. And it's not just hard for people that you're talking to keep up with what you're talking about, but you're also yourself, you don't even know what you're talking about sometimes for real. You're always on 2 times speed. Then there's inattentive. You have trouble paying attention to details. You struggle with time management, you lose things frequently. You tend to have a short attention span or inability to pay attention, and you're always just in your own world for real. Then you got combined ADHD, which I was diagnosed with. And when my psychiatrist told me about my diagnosis, I was like, oh damn, I got the best of the best. I got hyperactive and inattentive all in one, basically positive and negative. They cancel each other out. I'm good. Then I looked up at my psychiatrist and she gave me this face. And I knew I was fucked. So basically the ADHD does this fusion dance to become an ultra powerful ADHD, and your brain just says, fuck you. And while the psychiatrist was explaining the symptoms of ADHD, I was like, damn, that explains a lot of why I act the way I do, all the way down to my hobbies. And it's not all bad. It's not a complete handicap, and my ADHD sometimes does power me up. Because of my impulsivity, I find I can be really good at first-person shooters. Sometimes I feel like I can shoot people faster than they can shoot at me. As soon as I see them in my peripheral vision, I'm immediately shooting at them. But then sometimes it's not that good in some scenarios. Let's say I'm hiding with my teammate and we're trying to collect loot, trying to stay low, and then I see someone and I immediately shoot at them, no thoughts in my brain, and the team just looks at me, immediately kills me. My teammates die, and then they get a mic and call me a dumb fucking idiot for revealing their position, and I should kill myself and never play the game again. Or let's say I see somebody, and instead of lining up my shot first and zooming in, I immediately press the fire button and I'm just outlining them or shooting at their feet, and I did not hit them at a single time, and they shoot me and I'm dead. Fighting games are the same way for me. You can always find me booting up a Tekken or a Street Fighter, and I would say I'm a pretty decent dude at fighting games. I'm a little above average. The highest I can get is if it's bronze, silver, gold, and diamond, I'm gonna get high silver, maybe mid silver, and a type of fighting game. Fight me, I'm pretty good. But then there's a skill ceiling I just can't pass in fighting games, where I go against people that don't leave room for mistakes. Let's say I am fighting somebody and I drop a combo, I immediately start panicking and I start mashing buttons and I get countered and they destroy me.
Come get some. Oh, okay, you ain't gotta tell me twice, nigga. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Oh God. That nigga stroke.
Or let's say they even hit me a little bit too much and I just start panicking, mashing combos. I'm not thinking about how to counter or how to dodge or how to get out of this, or looking for an opening to react to. I'm just mashing buttons to get me out. I go straight into panic mode. I just don't know how to get out of that. So that's why I really like playing roguelikes a lot, because I can press as many buttons as I want and let my impulses just run wild without a care in the world. I should say more roguelikes like Risk of Rain or Mega Bonk. I can just press all the buttons I want, see all the particle effects on the screen, and I just get instant amount of dopamine just straight to my brain, which is what the root cause of ADHD is, a lack of dopamine. Well, not exactly. It's a misfiring, or it's not firing. It's kind of hard to explain, but I kind of researched it a little bit preparing for this video. Let's get real nerdy for a second, and we can get right back to the good juicy stuff. So scientists don't exactly know what causes ADHD. No, they were not dropped out in the head as a kid. No, they didn't watch too much SpongeBob, and no, it's not because they ate paper that one time in 5th grade. But the closest that we have is that how ADHD brains process dopamine and norepinephrine, I got that. And the way that ADHD brains process dopamine and norepinephrine, are different from the way people without ADHD brains process those. Those two are neurotransmitters, which are chemicals that help transmit signals from one nerve cell to the next throughout networks in the brain. And dopamine and norepinephrine are the neurotransmitters that play a role with how brains process rewards, focus, and planning. People with ADHD brains may have these chemicals fire off too soon or not as consistent as people without ADHD. This can be linked to the default mode network and the task positive mode networks of the brain. So the DMN is active when someone is not doing like a goal-oriented task or like using their brain to do like a certain thing. This can be associated with like daydreaming and processing of self and your surroundings. Then the TPN is active when doing a goal-oriented task that requires a lot of focus and short-term memory. Your thoughts divert from your internal experiences to the task at hand. It is believed that people with ADHD don't have their DMN fully go offline when the TPN is activated, so they're more susceptible to be distracted by their environment or things that happened earlier in the day, like, damn, that waffle was really good. I believe this is why some people with ADHD may like more casual or cozy games, because the former can be overwhelming at times. Like, let's say you're playing an RPG, you may need to worry about your inventory, your health, your opponent's health, maybe stamina, maybe mana. Maybe there's even multiple enemies around you that you need to be worrying about, and that could be a little overwhelming at times. It can be hard to track. While playing cozy games, you can allow your mind to wander a little bit because there's no imposing time task to worry about that very moment. Like letting your mind wander for like 5 to 10 minutes won't hinder your game progress in any way. I personally can't play too casual or too cozy of a game. I need something to keep my mind occupado, to keep the voices at bay. So I usually find myself playing like games of high octane, fast-paced gameplay, like fighting games and shooters. Something that can constantly keep my mind constantly switching from one task to the other. When I was doing research for this video, I did see that some people with ADHD really like playing games on lower difficulty so they can just complete the game and just consume the story that the game may offer. Because if it's a higher difficulty, they may find themselves just get too bored of like trying to get over that learning curve, or might not have the attention span to do so, and they just want to play and consume the story of the game, which is all fair. But if it's too casual, I'm going to start to daydream and just get bored of it. But there's no shortage of that type of game in this day and age. Technically, I have the largest pick of difficult video games than ever before. I mean, I have Elden Ring, Lies of P, Clair Obscur, Cyberpunk, but I just wish I could fucking play them. The biggest issue someone with ADHD has is actually starting and playing a video game. You may just be like, just turn on the PS5, big bro. That's all you need to do. Think of it like this. What if I told you to put your hand on a hot stove and I'll give you like 20 bucks or however much money? It would be very hard to bring yourself to put your hand on that hot stove. That is what doing tasks with ADHD is like every day, or doing anything with ADHD is like. It's like, I want to do this, but for some reason it's painful for me to bring myself to do it. I'm not sure if that was a good analogy, but I kind of resonate with that. Want to know how many games I completed last year? 0. Played a couple of games. I have not beat a single one though. And I love video games. Like, don't get me wrong. I made this whole channel because I love video games. And a lot of factors do play into why I haven't been able to complete a lot of video games, like money, life, work. But ADHD is a big part of it. Sometimes I will have the time, like 2 to 3 hours of free time, and I will spend half that 2 to 3 hours of free time pondering which game to play. And by the time I finally figure out what game I do want to play, I only have like 30 minutes of time to even play that game, and then I make no progress. It is so annoying. Sometimes I will constantly switch through games. Like, I'll just choose a game, and then 20 minutes into that game, I'll just play another game, and 20 minutes into the game, I'll play another game. It's very annoying. Or sometimes I find myself browsing social media for the length of the time I could just be playing a video game. And I want to play games. I do want to play games. Throughout the day, I'm constantly like, I really want to play games, but I just can't sit down and play them when I have the free time. And there's a couple things I did learn throughout the years to get this gaming itch scratched, or what has resulted me in playing more video games. First thing I learned is that I need to remove the blockers that could prevent or delay me from playing a game. I need to make the space gaming ready. Have the controller charged the day before. Choose what I want to play earlier in the day and have it downloaded and ready for me when I get back home and sit on the couch and commit to it. Get my favorite snacks and then create a cozy environment. And if you are the type of person that finds yourself switching between different games, maybe uninstall all the other games and just have one game on your computer, because it'd be less likely that you will switch different games because you would have to install it. A lot of times people with ADHD may encounter like a minor inconvenience and just go down a rabbit hole. They get stuck doing something that has nothing to do with getting them started to play the game. Let's say my controller is dead. Instead of plugging it in and charging it, or plugging it in while I'm playing the game, I will be on Amazon looking up controllers with the best battery life, and now I have 5 controllers to ship to the house by tomorrow. That has no impact on me playing a video game right in that moment, and I'm just wasting valuable free time doing something that has nothing to do with what I wanted to do. And I'm gonna have to give it to you straight. They were right. it's that damn phone. Instead of doing what you would actually want to enjoy, you're spending your free time getting rage baited on Twitter, arguing with people about the J. Cole mixtape. Whole time, the people that you're arguing with are bots. And to be honest, my phone has hurt me more than it has helped me with playing video games. Like sometimes I do want to look up, like the best build for a character, or like, how to get past a certain stage. But when I open my phone to search this up, the instant rush of information is very distracting, to be honest. I actually have to let my phone die at times just so I don't have a chance to like get on it or just put it in another room. A lot of us with ADHD of course procrastinate, and especially during the day, and don't get energy till late at night. And I don't know what it is about nighttime. I don't know, the moon just like activates them or something. Werewolves, ADHD, there could be something there. I think the doctors and the scientists need to look into that actually, into the dopamine stuff. There could be something there. I don't know. But because of this, I sometimes find myself playing a game and then there's this thing in the back of my head that's like, what are you doing with your life right now? You're playing a video game instead of getting to the bread? You're broke as fuck, pockets empty, you dusty as fuck. Do something with your life. And I put the game down and I started cleaning or something. Or sometimes I get overwhelmed by the choice to either be productive and do something that I may have needed to be done a while ago, or I play a video game and just enjoy my night. And sometimes I end up not doing either. I just get paralyzed by the choice and I go idle, or I get on my phone and I browse. Sucks when something you enjoy becomes a task to complete, and it further sucks when something you enjoy becomes something you feel guilty about doing. And the best advice I can give you is that maybe use a to-do list. I know people with ADHD always get all the time, make a to-do list, make a to-do list. And I'm not really gonna say that it works or it doesn't work to actually do a to-do list, but I just keep a mental note of, hey, I accomplished one thing today or multiple things. And for my opinion, I just say just put one thing. And if you do one thing, even if you have 5 things to do, just do one of the 5. You enjoy some video game time. Be proud of yourself. Be realistic about what you can and we're not able to do. Like, you know your limits, you know what you're capable of, and don't get upset all the time when you're not able to accomplish everything that you're supposed to be getting done that week or like that. Just enjoy life, enjoy your night, And the reason why sometimes to-do lists don't really work with people with ADHD, or getting tasks done that should be done or is perfectly in your head capable of being done during a day is not as possible with people with ADHD, is because we experience time agnosia or time blindness. Time perception is a subjective experience of the passage of time in the process of arranging one's life according to an inner cognitive clock. Those with ADHD often experience time blindness, which is the inability to process how much time has passed or estimate how long it would take to complete a task. Scientists believe that our perception of time is affected by the prefrontal cortex, the default mode network, or dopamine levels as well. I'm definitely simplifying this a lot because the brain is a whole complex system, and there's a lot that went into finding all this out. But if you want to read the research articles that I read that went into this video, I will link them down below in the description. I personally find myself trapped in this all the time. Oh, it only takes me 5 minutes to clean a litter box, and then 30 minutes have passed, and I'm wondering where has time went for real. And I'm constantly caught off guard by this, and I'm constantly late for appointments, even though I feel like I gave myself enough time to get ready or get to the appointment. I constantly find myself doing a task and it takes 2 hours to complete instead of like the 30 minutes I believe it should take to complete. And if you experience this as well and you feel the same way, don't beat yourself up, because beating yourself up is not gonna get you anywhere in my experience. Let's get back on topic. What I also find that helps me start on a video game is to stream it. And I don't need to stream it to an audience. I can stream it to my friends on Discord, and I can be playing a game, they can be doing their own thing, or I can just be on the couch with my girlfriend and she could also be doing her own thing and I could be playing a game. And it will get me to actually start a game and to continue to play it. This is essentially a productivity strategy called body doubling, having someone in the presence of you while you complete a task. And it helps keep you accountable. And for me, it helps me keep me calm, and I'm not as hyperactive and as spontaneous as I would be if I was doing it by myself. It's basically like study groups or a classroom style approach to doing tasks. Most of our lives we spent doing things in a classroom setting or in a job setting, basically the most productive around other people. So it makes sense that this may carry over into your personal life as well. Multiplayer games and co-op games in general also are good for me, at least when I'm playing, when I want to get that gaming itch scratched. If I'm playing games with my friends on Discord, sometimes I don't want to waste their time. We have limited time to play with each other, so I have less time to be distracted. We're gonna immediately hop on a game and play. So it helps me, get that quick gaming itch scratched. And sometimes if it's like a co-op game and there's like cutscenes, instead of me getting distracted being my phone, and that might extend to the whole full game time, playing time, and I can just talk to my friends and we could bullshit and talk And when the game starts, they keep me accountable to, focus up and start playing the game again. The thing that sucks though is that multiplayer or co-op games, or just games in general, could be a little hard at times for ADHD people to, pick up and like get right away and understand. Is like we all have the tutorial, we all have the same level of game experience or whatever. But for some reason, I could play a game and play the whole tutorial, and it would take me a little longer for me to actually get the game mechanics. I feel bad because my friends do a lot of hand holding and explaining to me as we go through game mechanics or as we play the game.
Mr. Krabs, I'm only doing what you said! Then you'll say, we're not talking about this, or this, we're talking about this!
Especially games like Deadlock where there's like 20 things going on. I still don't know how to play that game, but the game is peak though. But I'm constantly being like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Or what does buying this do? Or like, what is my ability? There's too many things going on in that game. I just shoot at what my friends are shooting at, and I press when they press. I go where they go. I basically just follow them. And I press random buttons, and I hope that the character does what I think they're about to do. Because games like Deadlock or like hero shooters, each character has different abilities and all of that. I find out people with ADHD tend to stick with 1 or 2 mains and don't really explore with other characters a lot, because it takes them, again, a long time to maybe pick up on certain things. So it's like, hey, I'm having fun with this guy, I know how to play him, I'm gonna play him for the entire time I'm playing this game. And for my Marvel Rivals teammates, I promise I would switch off of this character I'm playing ass at or is not right in the setting if I knew how to play another character. I'm so sorry, I just do not know how to play another character, and if I switch, we would do way worse than before. I'm not trying to hold you out of $3,000, I'm just ass. I saw someone online recommend that if you find yourself getting frustrated with not getting above a certain skill level, is to record your gameplay and then to rewatch it back and to find out where you messed up and to take notes. Like, okay, maybe in this fight I should not have used this ability, maybe I should use this ability, and then take notes of that. So then when you get into another match, you can realize, oh, okay, this is what I should be doing. And that constant repetition of I need to be doing this, and watching that gameplay will help you learn better. Like watching a fighting game, and instead of being like, oh, instead of button mashing right here, I probably should have done this button to counter, and then keeping that in mind as you're playing, writing those notes do help. Sometimes, to be honest, I even write those notes and put it like by my monitor, so I constantly keep it in my mind, like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta keep this in mind. I think because of how long it can take people with ADHD to learn a new game or to get into a new game, they start playing the same games over and over again. I can't tell you the amount of times I've replayed Kingdom Hearts 2 and Pokemon Platinum. I'm 25. I first played those games when I was like 9 years old. What I also noticed in myself and saw others struggle with as well is that when playing a game with more freedom, like more of an RPG, I tend to forget what I was doing between plays. Like if I start a game on a Monday and I don't get back to it until a Friday, I'll be completely lost on what I was doing the last time I played that game. I'll spend the first 30 minutes or whatever trying to retrace my steps, trying to get right back to where I was before I got off the game, and try to figure out where I was heading and what my next steps were. And this sucks for like bigger games because I'm just making those games even longer. I'm struggling with that personally right now with Persona 3 Reload. Like I will start Persona 3 on like a Tuesday or whatever, I won't get back to it like 2 days later, and completely forget like what persona I wanted to fuse, what social links I wanted to complete, what quests I wanted to do, and be completely lost at what was going on in the story, all of that. Just because that game is 60 to 80 hours. Right now I am 60 hours into that game and I'm still only 50% done. When do I complete that game? What I find that helps is like writing notes in my phone of what I accomplished the time I did play the game and what I had in my mind I wanted to do the next time I played the game. So then when I boot up the game, I can read over my notes real quick and be like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. It lowers the amount of time it gets me to then make progress in the game. Basically, clearing those blocks, like I said earlier. Games like Pokemon also had that back in the day, which I think is why I gravitate to playing that game over and over so much, because when you boot back up Pokemon, it gives you a little like diary of what you did the last time you played the game. Developers, please start including this in your game. Some of us have jobs or have ADHD and just have a week or two between game sessions sometimes, and we just forget where we left off in the game and end up dropping it. If you just include a little like, hey, this is what you were doing last time you played the game, these are your quests, and this is what you accomplished, oh my god, I feel like the amount of completion, the completion rate of games will increase. I personally feel like that. That like requirement, I guess, to like remember what you did the last time you played the game, I guess it's not really a requirement, it's a given. I feel like that's why a lot of people gravitate towards gacha games. Gacha games literally build a routine and structure for their player, which a lot of people with ADHD are looking for. They don't need to explore the world or do certain things to find a certain weapon they need to do something else. Now they just have to log in and then get instantly rewarded, that instant gratification. Then they get a whole list of daily tasks to do. They do those tasks to get another reward. Then they can use those rewards to then pull for characters or monsters. The instant gratification dopamine rushes throughout the game are just very structured and very just routine built, that they don't need to, go looking for what to do or remember what to do next, because there's always something that they need to do that's laid out right in front of them. But then it gets into really murky waters where you spend all your rewards, pulling for a character that you didn't even want. I guess the only way out of it in that moment is to spend money. There have been multiple studies that talk about the relation to gambling addictions and people with ADHD. And if you find yourself, addicted to gambling or doing it a little bit too much than you would like, here's some helpful resources that you can go check out to get some help. Overall, impulse buying is a big problem with people with ADHD. Like, I bought the Clair Obscur Deluxe Edition the day it won Game of the Year, and I heard the soundtrack. How many hours I put in this game? 0. How many minutes? 0. How many seconds? 0. I literally was like, I just gotta play this game, I just gotta buy it. And I bought it. Comes with a cool little, steelbook, and comes with some photo cards as well. In my opinion, it was a great purchase. It's not bad. I wish I actually played the game to actually enjoy my purchase though. Like, I will see a game and I'll be like, oh, I would really enjoy playing that game. But instead of being like, I will wait for it on sale or wait for it until I have time to actually play the game, I immediately buy it and add it to my ever-growing backlog of video games. It's kind of like text messages to me. Like, I just have so many text messages just piled up on my phone that I know I need to get to. So many TikTok links, so many Instagram links, and I promise, I do want to watch your memes and see what's going on, but it's just so hard to get to do it. I don't know what it is. And that's where the feeling of your hobby becoming a chore really kicks in, because you have a list of video games you need to complete, a list of games you need to get rid of on your backlog. Like, you have your chore list, you have your text messages you need to get to, you have your email list, and you also have your backlog list. Too many lists, man. And it can just feel overwhelming. Like, oh, I have all these games I need to play, and you just don't feel like playing all of them because you look at it and just get overwhelmed. What personally helped me get through this is handheld gaming. I need to make a video about this because I bought so many handhelds in the past couple of years, and it has really helped me with playing games and clearing out my backlog. Sometimes in the day, I do have an extra 20 minutes to spare. Like, I'm waiting for an appointment to start, or I'm on a train, waiting for something to happen. Instead of going on TikTok or Twitter and browsing, I can just pull up my 3DS and play a quick round of Kid Icarus, or pull up my Steam Deck and get through Hades a little bit. And playing 20 minutes a day of a game is basically around like 2 hours in a week. So I made progress instead of making 0 progress. I also like handhelds a lot because sometimes I don't want to sit at my computer. Because I mean, personally, I work at an office job, and when I sit at my computer, I feel like I need to be in like a working mood. Or I don't feel like sitting up at my couch and playing the PS5, and I'm in some really lazy, low effort mood. I can just get into bed and just snuggle up and pull up my Steam Deck and still get that gaming itch scratched, still enjoy my hobby. Filling my free time up for a hobby at any time I can get, it definitely has made me happier. Now, if I'm in a public setting with my 3DS, without getting on my phone or wondering where I should be, I'm just sitting there bored, I can still enjoy my hobby instead of regretting that I'm not having enough time to do my hobby, if that makes sense. I feel like less like life is too overwhelming for me to have fun as I'm having fun throughout the day, constantly. I feel like a lot of times people with ADHD are very harsh on themselves, and they try to make themselves someone that they are not. Play the games that you feel like you're comfortable with playing. If you feel like cozy games are more up your speed, play some cozy games. You don't need to really be competitive all the time. If you're bad at a game and you feel like you can't get over that skill level, be okay with where you are. Do some stuff to kind of get over that hurdle, but also accept it what it is. Gaming should be fun. Gaming should not be some type of like competition all the time where you just feel like, oh, if I play in this game and I'm bad, I'm gonna quit. Gaming should just be fun. You should do as much as you can to enjoy your hobbies and enjoy as much fun as you can throughout your life, because most of your life is, let's be honest, is working or doing tasks and all of that. So if you can shell out 20 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever, a day to something that you actually enjoy, try your best to do it. If you're someone that has ADHD and you watch this video, please let me know how your experience has been playing video games or doing other hobbies while living with ADHD, and what you've learned and to overcome it, or what your experiences are. If you don't have ADHD or not been officially diagnosed, and some of this stuff I've said resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I would love to talk to everybody. This is what this channel is, supposed to be a conversation to me and you guys and everybody else in the community, an open conversation where everybody can feel heard and share their experiences and opinions, all of that. Please like and comment and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We are so close to 150. I really want to get there. We're like 28 away, or 18 away, I think, actually. But please hit that subscribe button. I would love to hit 150 by like the end of April or something. I want to keep growing this channel. I want to keep talking to people. I want to keep, just talk about my experiences and having fun and all of that. But yeah, y'all have a nice one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.